everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Do Guy, coming at y'all with a halftime live, man, for these playoffs, man. And in the AFC wild card game, you got a 10-10 game at halftime, yo. This is what playoff football though is all about, man. Two physical teams that clearly it feels like they division opponents, but they're really not. But this is two physical football teams that clearly don't like each other. They clearly really would just thrive not only to advance and win, they clearly want to advance and rub it in the other team's face at the end of this season. So this makes this just very, very, very good entertaining football, yo. Lamar Jackson, man, came out this game very, very sluggish, man, missing throws, threw a pick, getting sacked, but then he just that's the thing about him, yo. Like he just busts through the gate, yo. like as much as they stopped them and bottled them up in the first half, which Tennessee has done a great job in bottling up Lamar Jackson. He breaks through for one run and it's a tie ball game, yo. That's the type of that's the type of player he is, man. And for Tennessee, yo, Baltimore is clearly selling out to stop Tennessee's run game, yo. Derrick Henry hasn't gotten going at all, but I think that has more to do so with Baltimore's game plan. I think they feel like, we gonna let Ryan Tannehill beat us. Let Ryan Tannehill and AJ Brown beat us. Because Baltimore do have some good corners, in Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters and Jimmy Smith. But AJ Brown, made a nice play. It's a good game, man. Like it's a very, very good game, yo. The first three games, though, they ended up kind of competitive. You pretty much at halftime had an idea on who you thought would win. But this thing, man, here is just smash mouth. I don't like you. You don't like me. Two bullies. Let's get it on. Let's throw down, in the parking lot. And somebody's season going to end today. That's what makes this just very, very entertaining. I'm really, really enjoying this game. I'm enjoying the chess matches. I'm enjoying, both teams basically selling out, trying to make the other team play left-handed. But Lamar was able to get through for one big one. Let's see if Derrick Henry can get through with one big one in the second half. Overall, man, really, really, really fun championship, fun playoff game, yo. What's up, Crimson Brave? Appreciate you tuning in. Tomorrow night when you previewing the Natty. Actually, like an hour before it start, I'm actually gonna have my live tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, like an hour before the game, I will be do a live Q&A. And most of the talk will be about the upcoming championship game. So come holler at me on my live tomorrow, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific, an hour before the national championship game start. What's up, Sir Nando 27? Appreciate you tuning in. I'm like the way Tennessee's are locking down Jackson. Of course, Jackson going to get his yards and have some break out play like that touchdown, but he not a factor most of the playoff games he's been in. Yeah, I agree because when you get to the playoffs, like teams, most of the teams you play in the playoffs are good teams. And when you play good teams, not only they good teams because they have talent, they're good teams because they have good coaching most of the time. And when you deal with, good teams with good coaching, they're not going to let you do basically what you've done all year. You're going to have to, find a different way to beat somebody. And that's what's going on. And that's what happens to Baltimore. Though you got to give Lamar credit for his greatness and despite all that, still finding a way to get one big, big, big run to tie the game up. But they're not going to let him run. He's going to have to beat, Tennessee with his throwing. That's what makes this, to me, the second half so interesting, yo. What's up, Titans Up? Appreciate you tuning in. Derrick Henry needs to get going. Yeah, similar to like what Tennessee doing to Lamar, like Baltimore doing the same thing with Derrick Henry. They just stacking the line and daring Derek. They daring Ryan Tannehill to beat him. They just like, you know what? Anybody but him. That pretty much been they whole MO is anybody but him. So it's gonna be tough for him to really get it going because they stacking that line. So what's gonna have to happen is Ryan Tannehill gonna have to be very efficient throwing the football and taking shots downfield, to kind of, move them safeties out the box a little bit to open up more running lanes, for Derrick Henry. If they do that, man, I'm just excited to see this second half, man. I like the chess match, that's going on with both these teams right now. Derek is the GOAT, but he needs to get going. Yeah, they stacking that line on him, man. Right now, Ryan Tannehill gonna have to throw Baltimore off the line. Like he gonna have to throw them off the line, make some plays, make some passes, basically to get them away from stacking the box. What's up, Brandon Reese? Appreciate you tuning in. Lamar can't afford to fall to 0-3 in the playoff, or it's going to be a long of a season. Yeah, he got to have to throw the ball. Like he did, by his credit, he got through and broke out of a play and got a long touchdown run off of a busted play, basically. But, he going to have to beat him throwing, and that's why people, continue to have, despite him being a unanimous, however you say that, unanimous MVP, despite him doing that, despite him winning a Heisman in college, despite everything that he's done, people are still going to be critical of him because they want to know that whenever the games get bigger and teams focus on his legs, can he beat them with his arm? Bama going to take it home tomorrow. Ohio State has a seat of O-line like ours, and we have a seat of D-line like theirs, but their secondary is going to have a hard time with our receivers. Me personally, man, I feel like Bama should win. It's just when you could call any play that you want to call, like that's a big advantage. Plus, not only you could call any play you want to call, you have 4 or 5-star players executing these plays. Like nobody sniffs Mac Jones when he goes back to throw. Nobody even sniffs him. So I mean, he could just sit back there and just go through his progressions and take his precious time. And Smith is going to get open, and Mechie's going to get open, and his tight end number 19. They said Waddle got a chance to play. We'll see. And Harris, I do think Bama win. But I think if Justin Fields plays like he played against Clemson and he could use his legs, he could make it a very interesting game. What's up, DH Eagle 0671? Appreciate you tuning in, yo. I think Tennessee was supposed to stretch that 10-point lead. They had that opportunity to bury Baltimore. Yeah, I agree with you, yo. Early in the game, it definitely did look like Tennessee was just going to run them out of the building. But to me, the play that changed the whole game complexion of the game, it was a 3rd down, and Baltimore was back deep in their territory, and Tennessee had son of Dory Jackson on a blitz, and he got back there. But Lamar was able to kind of put a little stiff arm on him, move away, and I thought Lamar was throwing it away, but he ended up hitting Mark Andrews, or was it Mark? I think it was Mark Andrews down the sideline to keep that drive going. I think they went on and got a field goal on that drive also. That play to me changed the whole complexion of the game because it went from being a possible Tennessee, was getting the ball back on a 3 and out, in good field position. And it went from that, to being like, okay, now it's a game. And I agree, that may be the thing to come back, to bite Tennessee later in this game. Though I still like the way they playing defensively. But Lamar, like we just seen, Lamar is capable on any play taking it to the house, yo. Because trust me, the receivers they dealt with against Clemson isn't anywhere near as tough as ours. Oh no, I agree. I mean, you got on the Heisman. So I gotta agree with you there, man. I mean, you got a receiver that won the Heisman, yo. Yeah, I mean it's big time, man. I know Sean Wade is a decent corner for Ohio State, but overall, the overall secondary is not great. If you're Deshaun Watson, which team would you want to be traded to? Uh, I did see earlier that he would like accept a trade to the Dolphins for Tua, which I just thought was crazy. If I was Watson, what team would I want to be traded to? Well, clearly it got to be a team that needs that would want a quarterback. I don't think. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna trade him to the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Or like the Packers or anywhere like that. If I'm him, man, it got to be a team with a stable, with stable ownership, with stable, with everything at the top being run well. Clearly, a team that needs a quarterback that's probably in the hunt, for a quarterback in the draft. Um, I don't know, man. I don't think any of the top teams he would want to. It would have to be a team with an aging quarterback. It would have to be like a Pittsburgh or a Tampa Bay or Indianapolis or New Orleans. New Orleans would be pretty cool for him. New Orleans got a lot of young skill players. Um, it would have to be somewhere like that with stable ownership and stable leadership, and a team that's a good team. I don't think he want to go to one of these like the Jets or the Jaguars or these teams that need quarterbacks. You know, um, you know, or maybe like a team like Atlanta. Atlanta would actually be kind of cool for him, also. I think. But all right, y'all, man. Look like this third quarter about to get started. Appreciate y'all tuning into the halftime live, man. Come back, holler at me. I will be live for the entire fourth quarter with my live reactions to this game. So make sure y'all come holler at me for that. Till then, man, y'all enjoy this third quarter. Holler at y'all in the fourth.